Facebook has made major algorithm updates in July 2025, resulting in wreaking havoc for service businesses running ads on Facebook and Instagram. I'm talking cost per click going through the roof for some accounts and cost per click diving down into the dirt for others. Some of my clients had to update their strategies entirely, moving away from DM funnels over into book a call funnels, while the results are kind of going off the rails. In this video, I'm gonna go over exactly what Meta changed so that you can apply these new fixes to your business and start getting results before your competitors do. The update Meta applied is called Andromeda, and this is major back-end changes to how the Facebook algorithm actually is working. These changes happened in December, but Meta didn't fully roll out their entire updates until July, resulting in massive changes to the way advertising works right now. This is exactly why your ads were probably stumbling more than a drunken Jack Sparrow. Here's the simple version of exactly what was happening. Meta works in such volume that they were having a massive difficulty in placing the right type of ad with the right type of person interested in that exact thing. And these are why very broad statements worked pretty well as marketing strategies. For example, hey, you're a female trying to drop 20 pounds postpartum. Well, those very broad statements worked pretty good. And the reason why they were working is because Facebook was having a really difficult time with advertising retrieval logic. So what used to work before, one creative, a photo before and after, and some broad logic, is not working well today. Now what Facebook is telling us is that they want diversity. Those big hooks that used to get massive leads, massive click-through rate, and really efficient scale metrics aren't really working anymore. What Meta wants is something entirely new to most businesses today. Meta is clearly saying, we don't want that broad message anymore. What we want is creative diversity hitting from different angles, topics, and pain points. Now the concept angles are pretty simple. What's the ad about? What's the pain point? And what brings in people? As far as formats is concerned, Meta wants it all so they can test it and place the ads in the right hands. They want short videos, long videos, medium videos. They want photos, they want carousels. They want it all. Now what Meta is telling us is that their AI logic has gotten so good is that you can put the majority of your creatives into one ad set and you get far better results because they can determine where the individual is on the buyer's journey. Before we used to have cold outreach, warm outreach, and hot outreach. So that's top funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel. Meta can clearly determine where the customer is on that buyer's journey all in one ad set. The takeaway here is that you need to stop fighting how the algorithm works. The days of one creative, one ad set, and one ad, and you're just gonna scale it with $10 in ad expense, those days are long gone. You need to be putting far more effort into a diverse, creative ad set that targets top, middle, and bottom funnel. Because let's be honest, who has more data points? Meta and their AI machine learning system, or you? Facebook has made it explicitly clear. They want you to use Advantage Plus. I hesitated to do this for a very long time. I kept hearing messaging from Meta. Use Advantage Plus, put everything in one creative, up your ad budget, we'll figure out where people are in the buyer's journey. Over and over again for probably 6 months, but I didn't trust it. Until my ad systems essentially broke. My ad creatives aren't bad. They're very good, but I wasn't leveraging the power of the machine. And here's the crazy part. I was so panicked in my business because we run ads for dozens and dozens of different businesses, including myself, that they stopped working. And I had different results. Some ads were flopping and some ads were crushing. I mean, uncharacteristic high crushing, like 8.0 CTR, 9.0 CTR, 12 CTR, while others were 0.5. And I didn't understand what was happening. So I called the rep. The rep really had no formal education or training on what the changes were, but they were very clear if you just observe the data. So the strategy now that I'm suggesting, advising, is trust Advantage Plus. Let it do all the heavy lifting for you. If your ad creatives aren't performing in the way they need to perform, you, one, aren't spending enough money, and two, don't have enough ad creatives in there for Meta to go find the people interested in the thing, the product or service you're selling. Now, the campaign structure revolution, I'm gonna show you right here the exact differences of what we used to do versus how it should be done today. Now, the old campaign, now, the old way to launch ads with a campaign was one ad creative, one campaign, and one ad. And then you move different audiences between those different ads. So essentially one ad's tied to one set of interest groups and one audience type. That's the old way. Now, the old-ish way, which is the next evolution, is one campaign optimized budget, one ad set, 3 ad creatives. And now, since we have known good performing ads, we up the budget from there. The new, updated Andromeda way of doing it is one campaign, a broad ad set, and then a finite ad set, and then allow Meta to scale it with Advantage Plus. And here's the current ad set that I use. I use Advantage Plus audiences, and then I use rules to update the algorithm on what to exclude based on behaviors. For example, I reduce my budget on people above 55 years old because they don't typically convert. The majority of my businesses sit in the 25 to 55 age group range. So the rest aren't converting, aren't leaving any information, aren't filling out forms, and resulting in a finalized closed conversion. Now, instead of launching multiple ads multiple times a week, is what I used to do, I don't advise that anymore. What we want to do instead is one time a month, update the ad sets. All the ones that we believe aren't performing and meeting our metrics requirements to scale, we remove out. Introduce about a dozen new creatives one time a month. And the reason why you want to do this is because each time you update the campaign, it results in forcing the system to go into a relearning phase. I know, it's fucking dumb, but ultimately you're gonna spend a lot more money if you do it that way. My current process to run ads is at the top, where we want to launch in month 1 is as many ad creatives as possible. Now, I get it, start at 50 ads if you can. Mix that up with a variable of reels, photos, and carousels from different angles all over. Next is you want to each week reduce from 50 down to 40, down to 30, down to 20, down to about 10, somewhere between the 10 to 15 high performing ads. Now in month 2, since we've paid up front and we've learned what's working, we want to dial in the diversity of that ad campaign. So now we may have 5 to 10 really great performing ads. Now we want to redo those ads. I like videos. We want to redo those ads from angles from different creative perspectives, photos, carousels, and reels. Now we have an entire system that we've A/B tested, we've refined, and now we've added in diversity as the last level. The key insight that I want you to understand here when it comes to the Andromeda update is now ad sets work concurrently and together. So your ad sets of top, middle, and bottom funnel and all those ad creatives within can now work as one system together. You no longer have to have different campaigns for different objectives. Meta has a clear understanding of where your potential buyer is in that buyer's journey. And they know exactly which ads to present to those individuals and where they are in the buyer's journey. And here's the beautiful part is we can take advantage of this. We can tell them a personal story of, about me and my offer right up front in one campaign. And then we can do direct to sell marketing with testimonials and other clear pain points all in one campaign. So our complexity actually is going way down, and the machine is taking a larger burden of making all those hard decisions for us. Okay, what you need to do right now if you want to get results. 1, embrace Advantage Plus. I know it goes against everything you've probably been doing for the last few years, but listen to me. It's going to do better, not worse. Number 2, it's more important on what you say in the ad now than ever. AI is clearly analyzing what's in your ad copy and then it's placing those ads into people, placing that piece of ad in front of people that want that thing. So what you say becomes way more important than how it looks. Number 3, do not be afraid to introduce lots of adversity. It is suggested to be making between 10 and 50 ad creatives and testing them and allow Meta to figure out what's working and not. And lastly, the analytics. You have to pay attention to what is converting. It's not just about what has the highest and the lowest click-through rates, the lowest cost per bookings. We have to really dial in the end-to-end analytics of the system and pay attention, or you're gonna miss which ads are actually converting at a much higher rate, even though our old metrics of click-through rate, cost per booking, those data points may seem better, lowers better, they may not be actually better for your business. So you have to do more homework on the administration side to figure out what's working from end to end in the system. Which one of these ad creatives is resulting in a booking that's resulting in a close? Those are the details most people will miss. Now, I know this is a massive shift on how you used to market on the Meta platforms, Facebook and Instagram, but I just gave you a step-by-step playbook on what you need to do to win in 2025 and going forward. So for that, you're very welcome. I just made you a pile of money and saved you a pile of money. The key takeaways here is embrace Advantage Plus. Diversity is key. Keep your campaigns simple. And lastly, trust the algorithm. It knows better than we do. If you got value out of this video right here, you're gonna love this video right here where I go over the 3-phased approach that businesses are using to scale in 2025 and printing money with their local ad strategies. And like always, I appreciate you all. I appreciate you taking the time to learn this from me. Hit that comment, drop a like, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, peace.